What's going on? Where is women football? What's happening to the local league? Where are the underage teams?
I'm hoping the excuse isn't women don't want to play football.
No, I don't think so.
No, but Rogers was saying here that in Uganda culture, women cannot raise their legs.
Really?
I said, this guy
So
knows that.
what is happening to the money?
And then we go back to
Celebrate the 50th independence anniversary of the Republic of Uganda. The coin is legal tender effective 9th October 2012. It will be used for day-to-day cash transactions. It is round and bears two colors, gold in the center and silver in the outer ring.
From what you saw, because of the water problem in this area, we try to help a household access water, at least for domestic use, by construction of such small water jars or tanks. Now you can see that was constructed by us, Caritas, and can hold around 20,000 liters of water. At least it can help the family run for around one week or 2 weeks or 3, or sorry, 1 month, because if they use it sparingly as they wait for the next rains. But you find that it is done in partnership with the farmers, because they also have to contribute, co-sharing, because if we are to do many of them, sometimes we get an overwhelming number of people who want such kind of tanks. So it is under a home improvement and a sustainable livelihood, because we cannot only tackle agriculture when people lack water, they lack health services, and then their home hygiene is poor. So when we come to work with the household, we deal with all the aspects of a household.
Okay.
Yeah. So you find in a household that we talk about the kitchen. A household should have a kitchen, should have a water source, a very good water source. It should have a bathroom, in whatever way, simple as it might be, but at least it is there. All those kind of, and then a toilet with a tip tap. You see a tip tap?
Tip tap, yeah.
Yeah, for hand washing. Yeah. So from the toilet there, from the toilet there, when you come, you have to wash your hands. That is one of the things we usually train them to do, especially in keeping hygiene and sanitation. So when she comes from the toilet, then we had a small technology we had to do for hand washing to avoid cross-contamination.
Yes.
So in order not to hold a lot of water, to avoid contamination, then she comes. So she does that, and then you wash your hands. So like I said, you just step now, then you have a lot of water coming in, and you avoid as you wash your hands slowly. Then you finish without holding anything.
And this is what we ate today?
No, we ate yams, but you eat it, yeah, anytime. Bulwachichi.
Rachene.
Agana danger gala.
Wakati umudimu bisani yako. Wanachi. Wanene? Wanaweza. Wana mfisa ufusi. Wakati amazi eganywele. Ekatuka wewe ekatu.
My interest as a farmer is how much meat do I sell. So this animal here does not develop a lot of fat. The fat is minimal because of the temperatures here.
Because of the temperatures of the soil, which is treated with the effective microorganisms.
Microorganisms, yeah. So it is effective, and it cuts down on even treatment costs because the environment here is not conducive for
growth of microbes that are
dangerous to the animal. Yeah. So, but then the labor here, if it was on a concrete slab, and the water I would need to scrub every morning and every evening to keep the place clean, it would be too much. No? They multiply, and you can prepare this once in. Now that they have been here for quite a long time, I may prepare fresh what we call primary IMO.
Yeah.
About twice in a year. Yeah. The other you continue adding water.
And of course you mix and when you bring it out you mix it with water, I guess. You mix it with water when you're bringing it out.
Yeah, yes, of course. Yeah. So this is still primary. So I will continue. I just get off 20 liters.
Yeah.
Add the water and some maize bran. Fill up the drum, and again, that is the second time.
They just loll about the stock exchange, counting their net worth. They produce another parasite each time that they give birth. On the finest food and drink, they get fatter every day. So if God has something else in mind, he should hurry up and say, if I were to simply summarize the essence of my pitch, it's time to eat the rich. They take up so much resources and give nothing in return. We subsidize them thrice for every dollar that they earn. Down throughout the ages, all they do is make things worse. It's not a stretch to point out that these people are a curse.
Auf unseren Fahrten durch Uganda, da sehen wir immer wieder sehr seltsame Dinge. Aber das Verrückteste war mit Abstand, als wir in den Konvoi des Königs gerieten. The king?
Yeah, the king.
Wenn man aber auf den Straßen von Uganda weiterfährt, dann merkt man, dass trotz der Fröhlichkeit der Bevölkerung Der Schein oft trügt. Man sieht dann wieder die Plantagen, die endlosen Weiten von agrarindustriellem Land, geraubtem Land. Land, das der einheimischen Bevölkerung zum Großteil mit Gewalt weggenommen wurde, um es ausländischen Agrarinvestoren zur Verfügung zu stellen. Aber dabei geht es nicht um die Produktion von Lebensmitteln oder Genussmitteln wie Tee und Kaffee, sondern da geht es nur um eines: Profit. Profit, den die großen Konzerne einstreifen, Profit, von dem das Land, die Bevölkerung nichts abbekommen.
They just loll about the stock exchange, counting their net worth. They produce another parasite each time that they give birth. On the finest food and drink, they get fatter every day. So if God has something else in mind, he should hurry up and say, if I were to simply summarize the essence of my pitch, it's time to eat the rich. They take up so much resources and give nothing in return. We subsidize them thrice for every dollar that they earn. Down throughout the ages, all they do is make things worse. It's not a stretch to point out that these people are a curse. It may seem slightly vengeful, but sometimes payback's a bitch. It's time to eat the rich.
This is just sinking a deep well. So wherever you are, you don't have to be near a river. You don't have to be to wait for the wet season. You are assured of water full time, because it is the hole is dug up to the water table. And normally here in Uganda, the water table, if it is fight, it will be about 100 feet. 100 feet.
Around 33 meters.
33 meters, which is not far. So this is a sure source. So the farmer can have water right from 1st January to 31st December. Is assured of water.
They just loll about the stock exchange, counting their net worth. They produce another parasite each time they give birth. On the finest food and drink, they get fatter every day. So if God has something else in mind, he should hurry up and say, if I were to simply summarize the essence of my pitch, it's time to eat the rich. They take up so much resources and give nothing in return. We subsidize them thrice for every dollar.
This one, the plantation
yeah.
Formerly it was a school.
It's not a stretch to point out that these people are a curse. It may seem slightly vengeful, but sometimes payback's a bitch. It's time to eat the rich. Some people think they're funny.
So that's the residence of the managing director of the Zimbabwe guy.
Let's be environmentalists, recycle and reuse. Let nothing go to waste. Take their mansions and their shoes, their yachts and their airplanes. No need to decide which. It's time to eat the rich. It's time to eat the rich.
Where the people's camps.
Okay, the peasant workers all live here.
Yeah, no. At the time of the eviction,
Yeah.
when the army came, one had only to run all that distance you have seen to find the refuge outside the boundaries which had been established for the plantation. Because the land was surveyed fast when we were still there. So when the army came, you had to run to cross the boundary which had been established. So this is the signpost we saw.
Ah, yeah, this is the sign I saw, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just filming it now, so you can just drive on. Okay. These roads are almost like asphalt, they are really maintained, so the priority is given to the company.
Yeah.
While the main road is a mess.
The main road is so you see, across all the hills are being taken up by the palm oil growers, you see, and they recruit all the farmers to bring out their land, and they give them incentives in order to bring out the land such that they are outgrowers, but it's a kind of contractual farming. That's why all the forested areas have been cleared, because the farmers are given a maintenance fee every month, thinking that it might be enough. But this is one of the problems that is going to come in, where all island, you will have no food because you cannot grow food in these forested areas of palm oil because the canopy is very big and below you can't grow there the crops. And the other aspect is that very many people were recruited at the beginning because they were given a good incentive, around 250,000 per acre if you register, and now the incentive has reduced after gaining more of the farmers in the area. or 15 years back, Kalangala had such kind of vegetation. That is a typical forest that Kalangala had 15 years back with the tropical rainforest and having several microclimates. It used to receive more than 3 seasons of rain per year, but all that has changed because such kind of vegetation has been cut down and replaced by the palm oil as the foreign investors have come in to provide the oil to another investment to the country. But so many species have been lost, especially the monkeys and the floral species. So many vegetation cover has been is becoming extinct because many of these were being harbored in the forests, but now they are out. They're the ones putting power lines. Yeah?
What is here?
This is the main factory for the oil.
Kati emmeri ebeera enoonya bino palm oil bibagira okuva mu butto okubitwala ate ejjinja okujja mu butto wa bidiko. Butto tebamukolera.
Wir befinden uns jetzt in Kalangala, dort wo dieser große Fall von Landgrabbing mit Palmöl stattfindet. Indische und malaysische Investoren haben den Regenwald regelrecht zerstört, um Palmöl für den internationalen Markt zu pflanzen. Palmöl, in das auch groß seitens von Versicherungen investiert wird, die enorme Renditen von bis zu 12% versprechen. Was aber hier abgeht, ist nicht nur eine ökologische Katastrophe, sondern auch eine Art soziale, humanitäre Katastrophe, wenn man bedenkt, viele der Bauern ihrer Existenzgrundlage beraubt wurden. Viele Bauern nicht nur mehr kein Land mehr haben, um selbst Nahrungsmittel anzubauen, selbst zu versorgen, sondern sie wurden abhängig gemacht von den Investoren durch fadenscheinige Verträge, durch Lügen. Und was wir hier sehen, einst ein tropischer Regenwald und einer der schönsten Regenwälder im äquatorialen Afrika, regelrecht zugrunde gerichtet.
So much resources and give nothing in return. We subsidize them thrice for every dollar that they earn. Down throughout the ages, all they do is make things worse. It's not a stretch to point out that these people are a curse. It may seem slightly vengeful, but sometimes payback's a bitch. It's time to eat the rich. Time to eat the rich.